Mika can't defend. He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force him off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Frisch on the bottom.
Richard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
As they're still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
Novak into the fence. They're still beating and banging. And to the line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Apromitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it?
Driven by speed. Grid Theory Racewear.
No excuses, no backing down. This is proving grounds.
What is up, everybody? We are here for race number 3 at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course with MX-5 Proving Grounds. It's been 2 weeks since we last met at St. Pete, with Shane Stern taking the win there and showing us who is boss. Sadly, we are missing Shane Stern this week as he is out for Mid-Ohio, but we are looking good for the rest of the grid. We just got done wrapping up qualifying. We had some rain here earlier in the morning, so the track was a bit wet for qualifying, and we had some good qualifying times put down by a bunch of the guys on the track. So yeah, we are looking good here today. The sun is out. It is about 75 degrees, and we got a light wind to the south-southwest here in Ohio. Ohio has a lot of elevation change and some spicy turns in those elevation changes. So we should see some interesting racing here by the guys here tonight. And we will see what we are looking at when it comes to the grid. Let's see if we could pull up some of these qualifying as we wait to get gridded here. Well, that's Matthew Bartlett spinning out there. Matthew Bartlett with a qualifying time of 1:43.58, rocking that Mountain Dew Code Red. As you can see, the track is wet. There is some spray coming up off the car. And you will see the elevation change and where the puddles sit on the track. By the time race time comes around, we should be looking at a drier track tonight and some very tight quarter racing. We do look like we have a guy currently on track qualifying, but I don't think he'll be able to squeeze in his time. No. Does not look like he's actually qualifying. showed that he was, but he's not. I'm sorry about that, guys. All right. Well, looks like the race will be taking off here in a second. So we're going to head over to the grid presentation here. If it shows. Sorry, guys. Having some technical difficulties here tonight. Not what I was hoping for. It won't let me show the grid until this is go time, which we should be heading over to grid any second now. Until then, let's pull the back up the pre-race info for y'all folks. Alrighty. Qualifying is wrapping up and we are going to get into some racing. We're going to fast forward to 3:30 in the afternoon. And the track should be nice and dry. And as we look at the grid, we have...
Dry, full dry. Come on, let's do it.
Ooh, sorry guys, I have sound here, which I shouldn't. We have Joseph Hook in first place, Matthew Bartlett in second, Samuel Sadguy in third, fourth is Joshua Lutz, fifth is James Newell. We have James Newell in fifth. Sixth is Olivier Henrico. Seventh is Eddie Yankin. Eighth is Justin Reynolds. Ninth is Charles Wolf. 10th is Gregorio Moreno Jr. 11th is Caleb. 12th is Randall Kahn. 13th is Michael Tanagretta, and 14th is Chris Smith. As I mute the chat because we don't want you guys hearing that. We're going to head over to the race view as we are gridded and we are going. We are here at Mid-Ohio on the outlap. We have everybody getting their tires nice and warm and ready to go. As you can see, the track has officially dried out. And that means we shall see some very good racing here. We have one of our top guys up there, Joseph Hook, currently standing in fourth overall in the championship, followed by Matthew Bartlett in that Mountain Dew Code Red. We have our front leader, Eddie Yankin, all the way back in 7th position. Another guy to watch out for here is Henrico. He missed the first two races, but he was here in a pre-season race, and he did fantastic. As you can see, there are some tiny wet spots still on the track, so if guys aren't careful, they will hit those and it will mess up their car. Hopefully we will have a nice clean race and we won't have any safety cars. We have a 45-minute scheduled race here. And we are going to get ready to go green. What's up? What's up? And we are green. Matthew Bartlett taking the lead going into the first turn. Is he going to be able to hold it on the outside? He does. Joseph Hook and Matthew Bartlett side by side getting ready to go into turn 2. It looks like Matt Bartlett's going to take it as Joshua Lutz tries to dive up the inside of him as he takes away and gets into second place in front of Joseph Hook, followed by Olivier Henrico trying to squeeze up in there. And then we got Samuel in the M&M car. Ooh, we got some bumping between Joseph Hook and Joshua Lutz. Matthew Bartlett just running away with it right now. As you can see, there's that wet spot there. These guys are going to have to be super careful when it comes to that spot. I'm sure as the time goes, the track will dry. Looks like Joseph Hook has some front end damage already, though. A little bumping and banging going on. Samuel trying to get on the inside of Joseph Hook for turn 1. He gets the inside and gets on the inside of Matt. Samuel missed the first 2 races as well, and he is showing up here tonight, Mid-Ohio. Going the long way around Joseph Hook. This is a great battle here between Joseph Hook and Samuel. And they're staying right there with Matt Bartlett without losing too much time with the battle. It looks like Joseph Hook is going to get back in front of Samuel as Joshua Lutz almost comes onto the inside of him. It has to be the peanut M&Ms, though. The peanut M&Ms are the best. That or pretzel. Matty B is holding that front pack. Samuel getting that inside on Joseph Hook again. There we go. Let's head back here with the rest of the MAV crew. As Charles is in front of Gregorio Moreno Jr. there. And he's closing in there on Eddie Yankin. Eddie Yankin was one of the fastest guys last week, or 2 weeks ago at St. Pete. All the way back here in 7th position. We have a front pack of 10 guys. Let's head back here with the rest of the crew. Got Caleb Slaw, followed by Michael Tanagretta. as they're in their own little world. And up a little bit ahead of them, we have Randall Kahn. And then it's a 7-second gap up to Justin Reynolds. Well, it looks like Samuels took away the first position from Matt Bartlett. And Samuels doing the deed and getting the job done right now. As James Newell is looking to make a move up on the inside of Matty B. Is he going to make it stick? He does. James Newell coming from 5th or 6th position all the way up into 2nd. James Newell out of Tennessee races in Miatas. Not quite this car, but the spec Miata. He knows this track very well. One of his last races was here at Mid-Ohio. As he closes that gap on Samuel, he's itching to get past him. Guys, this is a 45-minute race. We are 6 minutes in. Once these tires get worn and we get into those the later part of the race, we will be looking at a lot more sliding around. James Newell right on the bumper of Samuel. Is he going to make a move here? He's going to wait. I think he's going to just play it smart and just see if they could run away. Or, I don't know, guys. This front pack, they look like they are doing a fantastic job staying with each other. Looking forward to you being there next week, buddy. Next week we head to Canada. Great old Canada. Just ahead of the real Wayland MX-5 Cups, as they race there next weekend as well. If you guys don't know, this league was designed to replicate and be almost spot on exact as the Wayland MX-5 Cup Series. The way they're structured, the way they do things. Other than 2 races per weekend, we had 1 race. Oh, is James Newell making the move around Samuel in turn 1? And Samuel looks like he's going to try to go outside of James. Nope. He's going to hang back. Will he try to make the move in turn 2? No, he does not. James Newell now our leader here in MX-5 Proving Grounds. Y'all are silly in the chat. This looks like it's going to be bumper to bumper most of the race, unless James pulls away. And he looks like he's creating a small gap here, guys. As long as James doesn't make a mistake, he might continue to widen the gap. But if I know anything, Samuel will not want to let James run away. Sam is out of the UK, so he stayed up late for this race. He stayed up late to be here to show up, so I know he's not going to want to just lay down and die. Let's head back with Gregorio Moreno Jr. See if we can hop on board with him. We're on board here with Gregorio Moreno Jr. As we come down that one straight going into turn 4. As you can see, the elevation change in the car gets light here coming up over this hill. And then a light break here. As you can see, he's just following in that train of cars in front of him. And there's that wet spot that we've been seeing. You guys can really see the elevation change here from the roll bar. As he wipes away some spray off of his window. Guys, we are having some fantastic clean racing here. Proving ground showing why it was designed. Some of the best racers out there. Let's hop up here with Samuel. Let's see if he can close this gap here on James. Like Samuel knows what he's doing here. Get that elevation change coming down into that one turn. Turn 6, 7. As it gets loose. Here's another spot where the car gets extremely light. As you can see, we still have the top 10 just... Oh, actually, no, we have a top 9. We lost Joshua Lutz. At some point, we had Joshua Lutz fall back. Pretty far back. Is hanging out right now. Oh boy. He's back here with Randall Kahn now. I know he's not going to be happy. Let's see how Charles Wolf is doing up here. Charles Wolf, not too far off of Eddie Yankin. Charles can't let that gap grow any bigger because then him, Gregorio, and Justin Reynolds will lose that front pack. As we look like we got Eddie Yankin and Joseph Hook right here battling it out. Joseph Hook sticking on the inside of Eddie. Eddie going a long way around and still keeping that speed. All Randall has to do is get around Joshua. It looks like Eddie and Joseph Hook are losing Henrico and Matty B. A little bit of a gap, almost a full 1.5 seconds now. If they don't close that gap, it might be all she wrote for the top 4. But if they can close that gap, there's still a chance that any of them can be in that top 4. So all my viewers, how are y'all doing tonight? Are we enjoying this MX-5 Proving Grounds race here at Mid-Ohio? Let's hop up here with James Newell and Samuel. James Newell just in his own little land up here. Haven't had any incidents, guys. No off tracks, nothing. I lied. We did have a crash. Let's see what happened here. This is what happened to Joshua. Let's go back to this. Hit the puddle. Oh boy. And then earlier in the race, we had a crash here with Michael Tanner-Greta, Caleb, and Randall Kahn. Oh boy, it looks like Mike just got into the side of Caleb there. Oh, it looks like we have another crash. Justin Reynolds. Does he hit the same puddle? He does. Justin, no. know he is going to be upset about that. It looks like he still has a little bit of a gap in front of Joshua and Randall. But now there's only a top 8. Let's hop back up here to live race. As we hop back on with Gregorio. Looks like there is a gap from Eddie to Olivier Henderson. Oop, as he gets a little. Oop, Eddie's getting loose. Can he hold it? He holds it. Wow, that was a close one. It looks like our top 4 is cemented, guys. So we hop up here with Henrico, followed by Matthew Bartlett, led by Samuel and James Newell. Our top 4 drivers here tonight. Yeah, who did that? Why would they put that button? Henrico, for his first race of the season, is having a banger of a race. Same with Samuel. I'll be interested to see how they hold up in Canada, as that is also a fairly technical track. Like Eddie is out. Let's see what happened here. Oh, he just pulled off. Oh no. I wonder what happened to Eddie there. And it looks like he is gone. I guess he wasn't too happy with his performance here tonight. Had enough. In his own world up there, showing what driving this track in real life in a Spec Miata can do for you. This guy has quite the potential of being a great driver in real life. He has aspirations to find his way in the racing world, as he's been racing since he was a kid, karting and being upheld and sponsored by his family and friends and pushed to be who he is today. James, now 18, trying to make his way and make a name for himself in the racing world. And I believe in him. I believe that he can make a fantastic name for himself. Samuel in and out of closing that gap on James, but can't quite make it stick. As you can see, James is just dialed in right now. Let's head back with Michael Tenegretta as him and Caleb Slaw are just battling it out back here. Michael Tenegretta, another Mad Motorsport team member. In the pink comic book version of Mad Motorsport. Created by Mav's very own Gregorio A. Moreno Jr. Quite the artiste when it comes to liveries for iRacing. If y'all need any livery made, hit up Greg. He'll happily make you a paint. Speaking of Greg, let's check in on Greg as he is now in front of Charles Wolf. Again, another Gregorio Moreno Jr. special. Yes, I said his entire name. As I should. Gregorio with the white and black Mav paint. Again, made by him. Followed by another Mav Motorsport team member that the SPM guys, I'm sure quite surprised, is all the way back here. Charles Wolf. Not quite like Charles to be behind this many people. Greg hits that wet spot. He owns it. Let's check in on our top guys up here. As it looks like it's getting spicy. Enrico looking to try to make a move on Samuel. And Samuel closed that door there on James Newell. We are down to our last 15 minutes. And this group of four here. Matt Bartlett in fourth. Henrico in third. Samuel in second. James still holding that first position. But it looks like they're going to start getting anxious and wanting to make a move soon. We're coming down to the last part of the race, so we should start seeing some real racing. And now let's see if James will be able to hold up to the pressure. James leading the race for the majority of the time. At one point we had Matt Bartlett up there for what I would say was at least 4 laps. Running 137s as the tires are starting to fall off here in the last third of the race. For Matt Bartlett, we have a 7-second gap back to Joseph Hook, Charles Wolf, and Gregorio. And it looks like Charles is back in front of Gregorio again. And Greg looked like he is falling away from Charles. Something must have happened there. No, Greg's not going to be happy about that. As Charles goes up the inside of Joseph Hook. I guess I spoke too soon about Charles being slow. He must have heard me in spirit. He said, "Nuh-uh, I'm done playing games. It's time for me to be fast." And he's putting the hammer down now. Will he be able to close that 7-second gap? Highly doubt it, but if anybody can, maybe Charles can. Greg ran out of skill. I will make sure, or you make sure you tell me. Let's hop back up here again with our leader, James Newell, as Samuel is on his bumper. Looking for a move as we come down to the last 12 minutes of this race. Henrico going up the inside of Samuel for first time seeing a change of position in the top 4. Henrico now in second place, overtaking Samuel, setting his eyes James Newell. Tanigretti. You'll get Tanigretti to tell Charles that he's slow. Or no, tell Charles or Greg that he ran out of skill. Gotcha. Remember, guys, next week we are at Canadian Motorsport Park. If I'm not mistaken, if that's the correct name. Let's see if I can find it here, guys. Canadian Tire Motorsport Park. Correction. next week, July 9th, we will be back here at 9:05. Not a second later. Ready to get into some racing there. Followed by Virginia International Speedway on August 20th. September 17th, we head to Indianapolis GP circuit. And we will close off this series on October 1st at Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta. Yes, James Newell is up front there. Jesse there, buddy. And James Newell showing why he is the true king of Mad Motorsport. Head back here and check on Gregorio as he's off in his own little world now. Looks like he is losing Joseph Hook and Charles Wolf. Looks like he might close the gap here. Or what's I just seen? Well, we got Samuel back in front of Enrico. It looks like James is up by a second now because of a little battling. Let's see if Samuel can close this gap back up. It can't be battling just yet, guys. We got another 7 minutes left. Uh-oh. What happened to Charles here? He goes off track twice back here, guys. And then Joseph Hook passes him. Let's see. It's showing that Charles has fell back to 7th place. Let's see what happened here with Charles. Catches that puddle. James Newell back in first place. I mean, never left first place, I'm sorry. Samuel slowly closing that gap. We are down to 0.3 of a second on James. yes, that water patch is a killer. Oh, as Henrico hits that water patch. Is Matt Bartlett going to get around Henrico? And it looks like he does. Matt Bartlett is now on the podium as we get down into our last 4 minutes. Now they got a uphill battle to Samuel, but it looks like Samuel is going to scare James with a couple fake outs, letting James know that he is there and ready to make a move. This man stayed up way past his bedtime for this race. He's itching. I could see it in him. He wants to make that move on James. He's just waiting for the right time. Stay away from that water patch. There we go. Gregorio Moreno Jr. is back ahead of Charles Wolf and Joseph Hook. But this battle is too spicy to take our eyes off it. Samuel goes way off track to try to keep that gap closed on James. We are down to our last 2.5 minutes. We have this lap and one more to go. Samuel is on top of James, looking for that move. I'm sorry, guys. I'm speechless waiting to see what happens. It looks like James is trying to pull away from Samuel. These two have a very similar driving style. Oh, as he gets onto the inside of James, is he going to make it stick? Oh, James gets back in front of him. Samuel has the outside going to turn one. Samuel is going to get in front of James Newell with one more to go. Is James Newell going to allow that to stand, or is he going to try to make another move to get it back? Here we go, guys. This is our final lap as James Newell tries to go on the outside of Samuel going into turn 5. Coming up over this hill, James is going to have the inside run. But Samuel's going to have the inside run on this next turn as they bump. And then Matthew Bartlett's going to come up here into the mix. with Henrico. Oh no, it could be anybody's race. We have a top 4 battle going for the finish line. Who's going to take it here, guys, at Mid-Ohio? Is it going to be Samuel? Is it going to be James? Henrico gets around Samuel. Samuel comes back on track, almost into Matty. And Henrico gets a little squirrely. Oh no, it looks like James is going to pull off the win. As we get a drag race to the line, and it's going to be Samuel. Followed by Henrico and Matthew Bartlett as they crash coming across the finish line. James Newell with the win. Followed by Gregorio Moreno Jr., Joseph Hook, Justin Reynolds. Oh, Charles Wolf actually got behind Gregorio. Joseph Hook, Justin Reynolds coming across the finish line now. And then we have Randall Kahn, followed by Joshua Lutz, Caleb Slott, and Michael Tanner finishing it off. And we have Eddie Yankin and Chris Smith not finishing the race. Alrighty, guys. What a race there at the end, guys. That was crazy exciting. Let's see what we have in the broadcast booth. See if we have anybody in the broadcast booth. As it stands, guys, James Newell takes the win here at Mid-Ohio, followed by Sam Sad Olivier Henrico, Matthew Bartlett, Gregorio Moreno Jr., Charles Wolf, Joseph Hook, Justin Reynolds, Randall Kahn, Joshua Lutz, Caleb Slott, Michael Tenegretta, Eddie Yankin, and Smith. Closing it off. It looks like, guys, we had a fairly clean race, and it doesn't look like we're going to have anybody in the broadcast booth here tonight. So we are going to end this stream here. I appreciate you guys watching, being here tonight, guys. I appreciate it very much. As you can see here, that is practice. I do not know why it's doing this. I apologize, guys. Anyways, thank you for tuning in here at Grid Theory Productions. We are here with MX-5 Proving Grounds at Mid-Ohio. Have a good